All right, folks. Papa D here, coming to you again from David Delivers Space. We are getting ready to go live with the help of SpaceX, of course, for mission, Starlink Group 656. Papa D and that's going to be carrying 23 coming to you again from David Delivers Space. We are getting ready to go live with the help of SpaceX, of course, for mission, Starlink Group. I'm going to have to stand by for 1 second. And that's going to be carrying 23 coming to you again from David Delivers Space. All right, let's try that one more time. Nothing like a little feedback loop from the setup from the prior. But anyway, we do have the Group 656 going off from Cape Canaveral today. Kennedy Space Center. It's a Block 9, Block 5. And the booster number is B1083. It's flight number 3 for this booster. And this one had a 28-day turnaround. So we are very happy they continue to be able to turn those around so quickly. Used to be a 50, 60 day or more. Like I said, we are looking at a T0 right now of 242. Puts us at about 9 minutes or so. SpaceX expects to go live, or we hope they go live at about 2:36, so at about 5 minutes. And we'll go stand by at that point and load the feed up. But everything is looking good for a T0 at this point in time. We did have a delay. Originally was supposed to be a T0 time of roughly 11 this morning. And that did not happen, of course. We don't have any update on that, but there were 2 adjustments to the T0 clock. And right now we are, again, we're on time looking at a 2:42 launch. The recovery will be a shortfall of Gravitas, will be the recovery vehicle. And we are expecting nothing to change there, of course. And again, this is a number 3 launch, so a relatively new booster. We've got 3 now in the 20 club. We've got another one in 19. So the fleet is getting some age to it, and they're going to be in the process of recertifying the boosters now. Originally, they were certified for 10 flights, and now they're looking, since they have them passing 20, they're looking at the process now of recertifying for 40 flights. So, again, going back to the reusability issue, every part of this vehicle, aside from stage 2, is reusable. Fairings, first stage, are recovered and reused. So that's the key to keeping the cost of space flight down and being able to innovate and do all the things that companies such as SpaceX have been able to do. So we should be able to go live here in just a minute or so. We are going to stand by with the maps, which, like you've seen, they look really good. We are at a 90% chance of a go this afternoon. Everything looking positive from the weather, everything looking positive from the wind front. So we are hopefully going to be good to go here in approximately 9 minutes. So we'll stand by right now. I want to thank everybody for your support. We'll start with thanking SpaceX for the feed. Of course, without that, this would be a little boring. We appreciate that, always do. We thank our subscribers, both new and anyone that's out there that wants to take a look around. We'd love to have you join the family. Hit that like button and subscribe button. If you hit the notify button, you'll be let know as soon as we have a new video or a live feed starting to go up. We'd love to have you out and be part of the family. We've had a tremendous amount of subscribers come through, and we are appreciative of every single one of you out there who have taken the time to subscribe and come out watch the launches with us. We also have our podcast starting up here shortly. Some more information on that later. And we also want to thank both Blue Mateo or Mateo Blue for the data and the weather maps that we have been allowed to use. Appreciate that. And we also get all my notes together here. But before we go live, but also the music music partner that we've been able to bring on board, and that's Maddness, Maddness Productions. Maddness Productions. They put together our bumper music for us, and we're excited all about that, having it available to us. So with that, we're going to stand by here, get the feed loaded up, get ready for hopefully a T0 on time of 2:42 for vehicle 1083 for Starlink Group 656. Stand by, folks. We'll bring that to you in just a minute. Appreciate all of you.
Falcon 9 tanks are pressing for strong back retract. Strong back retract has started.
All right, folks. And as you know, that strong back retract happens after the stages have been fully fueled and are prepping for top off. Part of the structural integrity of the vehicle is the fuel that's inside of it and the pressure that it's under. Once that is not necessary, the strong back can then come back, prepare for launch, which we expect to be just under 4 minutes. The vehicle will finish fueling. We'll press for flight at 1 minute. The vehicle will take over internally all operations relating to the launch, becomes fully autonomous, although there's always the opportunity for ground crews to pull a halt if need be. But at 1 minute, the vehicle is on its own and will continue its mission at that point on its own.
Stage 1 lock slot is complete.
All right, with that, we do have a full LOX load. Once fully fueled, the vehicle has about 1 million pounds of both oxidizer and fuel, kerosene grade, basically rocket fuel. It's kerosene grade, high grade kerosene, about 1 million pounds fuel. And that is used for, of course, the ascent until second stage can take off on its own, and also the fuel that's necessary to bring the Falcon 9 Stage 1 booster down for a landing.
Stage 2 LOX load is complete.
And we have a fully fueled vehicle at this point. They'll be able to start purging the lines very shortly. And we'll be ready for liftoff. So we'll be standing by here. Everybody enjoy the launch at T-minus 1 minute 30 seconds.
Ground gas closeout.
Go SpaceX. Go Starlink.
Falcon 9 is in startup.
There's the LD on countdown. Go for launch. .30 seconds. .15 seconds. T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition and liftoff. Go Falcon, go Starlink.
All right, and we do have liftoff.
Vehicles pitching downrange.
Starlink 656 booster 1083 on its third trip to orbit.
Stage 1 propulsion is nominal.
Good call out. Everything's looking normal, hot, running normal and straight. Be pitching downrange here. Remember, we have to get altitude, but we also have to start going what you'd think would be the rocket going sideways, but it is picking up speed.
Power and telemetry nominal.
As it gains altitude, works its way to its proper orbit. Beautiful shot SpaceX
Falcon
is
is
providing
supersonic.
with the Florida coast. And if you were in the area, you would have heard the sonic boom at that point.
Max Q.
And we pass through max Q, which is the point of maximum aerodynamic pressure that's on the vehicle. The throttle bucket puts the rocket in a position where it can throttle back a little bit, go through max Q, hit that point, then power back up, and get all 9 of those engines at full power again.
HVAC chill started.
Could begin a chill of the second stage engine MVAC. Drop a little bit of liquid oxygen down in so the pumps don't have an issue when that engine ignites and those pumps get slammed. We'll be coming up very shortly on a couple quick things. Main engine cutoff, stage separation, and second stage ignition, along with the fairing separation. Those all happen quite quickly. It should be starting in just a moment.
Main engine cutoff.
Stage separation confirmed.
Automatic ignition.
All right, we do have successful stage separation. Of course, engine cutoff, stage separation, and ignition of the second stage MVAC. You see those grid fins on stage 1 opening up. Again, primary responsibility is
Fairing
on them
separation confirmed.
for bringing that first stage back. There is the stage separation, and as we've said many times before, that is one of the key pieces recovered. Both halves, beautiful shot of that one fairing half going down. But those will be heading back to the Atlantic Ocean. One of the recovery vessels will be picking it up, both halves, and that is about a $6 million total savings to SpaceX each time those fairings can be reflown.
Both vehicles are on a nominal trajectory.
All right, everything is still looking good, folks. Stage 1 telemetry looks awesome. So the second stage, it's still picking up speed, slowing down on its altitude. But the first stage grid fins, of course, have deployed. Once the vehicle is into the thicker parts of the atmosphere, those grid fins will have the primary responsibility for steering the first stage back to the recovery vehicle. And of course, the recovery vehicle today, again, is a shortfall of Gravitos. That's waiting off the coast of Florida to receive stage 1. Altitude on stage 1 is dropping off. Of course, it's speeding up. It's dropping.
Both vehicles continue to follow a nominal trajectory.
Gravity is taking its toll, and upcoming next, in the next 15, 20 seconds, I guess, will be the entry burn. That'll be the center 3 engines will be igniting. Only the center 3. Be a short burn, but that burn will break the hold completely and begin the process of slowing the
Stage
vehicle
1
down as it
FTS
comes
is saved.
Stage 1
through
entry
the
burn
atmosphere.
startup.
There's the entry burn startup. You did hear the FTS, the flight termination system, that has been saved. You can see that speed dropping dramatically with that burn. Final burn will be
Stage 1 entry burn shutdown.
the end of the entry burn.
Stage 2 FDS saved.
Final burn will be the single landing burn. That will be one single engine that will be throttled down, then back up as the stage 1 lands on the deployed landing legs. Lost our picture there from SpaceX, but we do have the second stage video. There we go, still coming back. But you see the speed dropping off now. The rocket is going through the thicker part of the atmosphere. There is resistance now, and that will allow the grid fins to do their job. About 8 miles until touchdown. Should be just about
Stage 1 transonic.
half a minute here. Another sonic boom if you were out that far. Shouldn't be. Let's watch as Booster 1083 makes its approach for its third landing.
Stage 1 landing burn.
Stage 2 is in terminal guidance.
Stage 1 landing leg deploy. Stage 1 landing confirmed.
And we have landing of Booster 1083, third time, on a shortfall of gravitas. We're just awaiting final confirmation of orbital insertion on stage 2.
And back shutdown.
All right, folks. Well, we did have another successful landing. It was a little bit delayed today, but better to be delayed than to have a RUD. And those of you who know what a RUD stands for, Rapid Unscheduled Destruction. Destruction, or I think the word correctly is disassembly. Rapid Unscheduled Disassembly. Sometimes we mix up the words. The point is made, though. Anyway, with that, we did have a successful launch, slightly delayed landing on the recovery vessel, a shortfall of gravitas, and picture perfect on a beautiful day in Florida. A little warm today, but we'll take every one of those. The next launch, for you that want to go out and make sure you hit that notify button, it is shown on the channel. We have another Starlink launch this evening, and that is Group 8-2. That is coming, of course, because the designation, you can tell that's going out of Vandenberg. So we have a West Coast launch this evening. Scheduled for 10:48 this evening. We're going to go live just 15 or 20 minutes before that. We do expect that SpaceX will go live with us and send the feed out. They usually go about 4 to 6 minutes before. But we want to make sure that everything is there, that you've been given all the background, all the intel we have, the weather. Right now, everything I think is on schedule for our 10:48 launch. And we are going to assume that and be ready for that this evening. A couple of pieces of information, though. Want to just remind you folks out there, we do have the web store that's up and running. If you feel that you'd like to support what we're trying to do here and support the mission and the family here, head on out to daviddeliverspace.store. Got a lot of cool stuff out there. We try to keep the prices reasonable because times are what they are, but we appreciate if you enjoy what you see here and you want to become part of the team and support a little bit. We would be more than happy to have there we go. Just video got a little wonky there for a second. One of those days, I guess. But we do appreciate if you'd go out and take a look, and if there's something you like, pick it up, and it would certainly help the cause with continuing the mission here at David Deliver Space. Another thing for those of you who were paying attention over the last day or so since the unfortunate cancellation of the Starliner launch, that has been rescheduled. And we have a date of Friday the 17th, estimated T0 at 6:16 p.m. As you recall, the Starlink had some issues with its O2 valves, and seems like valve problems are a reoccurring issue when it comes to the Starliner. But with that being said, apparently they could not be repaired. They had to be replaced. That's about a 2 to 3 day process. The vehicle had to be rolled back into the vehicle assembly building. They call it something a little different. They have to really jack the vehicle, the second stage, up a little bit, take some of the pressure off so they can then remove that valve and replace it. Again, it's not a pressurized vehicle at that point, so they have to take those extra steps. So we expect to have that launch on Friday, we hope. My guess would be that NASA, as I haven't released a time yet, but I think we'll have probably an early time for them to go live. And as soon as they do, we will also carry their coverage, thanking them in advance. And we look forward to that. We've got a few other Starlink launches coming up. We will have all those are already posted on the channel. So feel free to go out, hit the notify button. If you're already a subscriber, thank you. Appreciate every one of you. You cannot imagine. If you're not a subscriber, take a look around. If you like what you see, please consider subscribing. Hit the like button. Everybody like those videos, watch those videos. That's all helping us tremendously reach our goals and get ourselves and our channel out there for more and more people to enjoy and get involved in. I mentioned earlier we are also getting ready to debut the weekly podcast. That is coming. That is known as the Cupola Project, and we'll get some more detail on that, what that is and what that's about. But it's going to be a weekly news and events and a subject matter. We're going to be working on that with the assistance of another space nerd. Got a couple of them in my family. This is my daughter out of Tennessee, and we're going to be doing some tag teaming and getting some interesting stuff out there. And, of course, the day-to-day goings-on in commercial space flight, commercial space, as we process through ultimately going interplanetary. That's the goal, and I think the things that are going to happen in the next few years are going to be are continuing to be amazing and very exciting. So we'll be reporting on that, and please look out for that. And when that comes out, we'll give you the heads up. We would like you to subscribe and check that out. With that, again, thank you to meteoblue for the weather data. Thank you to SpaceX for the video and the feed. Awesome job as usual. We appreciate it. Thank you to our let's see. I got to make sure I got to thank everybody. Yep, to our audio production people over at make sure I got them all right. At Maddness Production. Sorry about that. I've got notes everywhere. I got a lot of people to thank. We have a lot going on here. We appreciate everybody that helps us get through it. But if you get a chance, go over to Maddness Productions, and they've got some great stuff. The link is on my page in the comments. You can head over to their YouTube page, and I know they'll be posting more and more of their music and the things they do. We appreciate the bumper music and the assistance on that. So with that, I'm going to put this one to bed, so to speak. We'll cut this stream. And again, for those of you that can, please come back tonight. Next launch opportunity for SpaceX, Starlink Group 8-2 out of Vandenberg will be looking at a T0 of 10:48 p.m. And that 10:48 is in Eastern Daylight Time. So we look forward to that launch. So we'll see you all back here, I hope. Remember to like and watch and share the videos. We appreciate any of your help growing the page. And we will see you back here in a few hours. Have a good evening, folks. Thank you.